We finally have some gorgeous weather here in the Boston area, and I am going to use this opportunity to take the 2025 Ioniq 5 up to Portsmouth, New Hampshire. There is an IONNA Rechargery that's going to be built there possibly right now. So I kind of want to see if they've made any progress on it. We're going to do a little efficiency test on the highway today and see what we can get, because really my only efficiency data with this car for highway range testing is basically when I brought it back from Colorado when temperatures were like 15 to 25 degrees Fahrenheit. So not ideal conditions. These are much more ideal today. Now we do have a little bit of a headwind, so it's about 10 miles per hour going out, and then we'll have a 10 mile per hour tailwind coming back. So it should balance itself out. This is going to be a new route for me because I've never really done any testing like this since I moved to Boston. What's good about this stretch of I-95 is it's basically at sea level, just runs along the ocean, so it's nice and flat, unlike where I was previously in Connecticut where it's pretty hilly. This isn't going to be a full 100% to 0%. I don't have time to do that today, but we're going to do about probably 85, 90 miles round trip. But I'm going to get out to Interstate 95 and we're going to do a highway efficiency test and kind of see in good weather what we can do with this car. So just some parameters that we have set right now. Tire pressures are all at about 38 PSI. I'm going to have climate control at auto level 1 on 72 degrees. We're going to have the car in eco mode. I'm going to activate highway drive assist and let it just modulate everything on the highway itself. The battery is nice and warm. Right now on the minimum, we're at 73.4 and on the maximum 77. So the battery is right where it needs to be to output power most efficiently. So I'm going to head out now because the wind is supposed to pick up and I don't want it to get too bad for this test. But anyway, I will check in with you guys along the route and we'll kind of look at what the efficiency looks like. So I'll see you soon. All right, guys, we are about 30 minutes in. We've done just about 36 miles. So that equates to 72 mile per hour average. 3.3 miles per kilowatt hour. Pretty good. Seems to be in line with the old Ioniq 5, but remember we have the much bigger battery pack here, so not really something to be concerned with here. We should still get a higher range figure than in the previous Ioniq 5. So we're about to get off the highway. Our speeds are going to drop, so we're going to go ahead and collect this data here, and we'll see what we get on the way back with that tailwind. So we made it to the Whole Foods here in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. We're not too far from the Portsmouth International Airport. You can see no status update on the IONNA Rechargery that's going to be going here. You can see there's all sorts of parking spots here that are marked as EV. I've got 1, 2, 3 next to me. So presumably there will be a couple chargers right over here on this side. And then over here, it's not only just these spots directly in front of me, they are on the other side as well. So not sure what that means, what they're going to do, if there's going to be pull-through stations here, if it's just going to be a double-sided kind of area, or if maybe there's going to be an outbuilding on the other side. That remains to be seen. I was hoping, since it's been over a month now since the last PlugShare update, that there would be some construction going on, maybe some fencing, some earthwork, but there's absolutely nothing. So bit of a bummer. At this rate, I don't know if this station will be open this summer. It might be pushing into fall. Usually these stations take at least 2-3 months to get together once the ground breaks. So it's almost May now. We're a couple days from May. So May, June, July, August. Could be the end of summer by the time it opens. I'm really looking forward to it. It's a really convenient location. It's right off of 95, maybe 2 miles. And then you got a Whole Foods here. I just had lunch here, had some chicken tikka masala. Really good. I like Whole Foods hot bar. But yeah, no updates here at the Portsmouth, New Hampshire IONNA Rechargery. So I was completely incorrect about the wind direction. We had a tailwind coming up here, so we're going to have a headwind going back. And it looks like the winds have picked up a little bit. They were 10 when I checked before I left. Now they're up to like 14, 15. So it's supposed to progressively get worse throughout the day. So yeah, we're going to head back soon before they get any worse. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to drive those couple miles till we get on I-95, reset the trip computer, and we'll see what we get when we get back to Route 1 in, I believe, Saugus, Massachusetts, and then we will kind of take an average of those two numbers and see where we land. So let's head back to Boston and see what we get for our final number here. All right, so we are coming up on 30 minutes. I-95 is about to turn into Route 1 where speeds are going to drop a bit. We've been holding over 70 for most of this section, and it looks like we're going to hit an average speed of over 70 miles per hour, slightly over. You can see that our headwind is taking a big hit to our efficiency, down to 2.8 miles per kilowatt hour. Looks like overall we'll probably be around 3 miles per kilowatt hour, which still isn't terrible. You can see the temperature outside has gone up to 82 degrees Fahrenheit, so temperatures certainly are warm. So there's 30 minutes, 36 miles, so our average speed is 72 miles per hour. And like I said, we'll be getting off of 95 in just a minute here. So we'll get back to the apartment and we will quantify this data and see what our overall estimated range is at these higher outside temperatures with the new bigger battery. All right, guys, so we just got back to the apartment. Since we left Whole Foods, 50.1 miles, 1 hour exactly, and 3 miles per kilowatt hour. And since we got back on 95 and did that stretch before getting back to Route 1, 48.9 miles, 51 minutes, 3.1 miles per kilowatt hour. So we're going to go inside, analyze the data. All right, so it is the next day. I've had some time to crunch some numbers, and I did also get a chance to charge the battery up to 100% state of charge. So at these higher temperatures, I can see what the battery capacity is. So after charging to 100% with a battery that's about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, or 27 degrees C, the estimated remaining energy is 81.5 kilowatt hours. So let's use that number and go look at our potential range figures. So I've kind of split this data up into two sections. One for just that high-speed highway section on I-95 at 73 miles per hour or 118 kilometers per hour average. And then I took the entire journey yesterday from door to door. So the average speed for that run is 52 miles per hour or 84 kilometers per hour. So let's start with the highway run. So we covered 36.3 miles out and 36.3 miles back, or 58.4 kilometers out and 58.4 kilometers back. Average speed on the way out was 72.6 miles per hour or 116.8 kilometers per hour. And on the way back, we averaged basically the exact same speed. I don't know how that happened. But 72.6 miles per hour. So the efficiency on the way out, 3.3 miles per kilowatt hour or 18.8 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. And on the way back with that headwind that I had reversed, 2.8 miles per kilowatt hour or 22.2 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. So our average efficiency over these roughly 73 miles was 3.1 miles per kilowatt hour or 20 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. Taking that battery capacity that I just spoke about and multiplying that by that efficiency, if we were to leave the house with 100% state of charge and run the battery down to zero, give or take some BMS sway, that does happen where the car kind of gets out of sync with how much energy is actually remaining. Trust me, it happens. So you never want to go to truly zero. But that distance would be 249 miles or 401 kilometers. Now, a more realistic range is going to be a 90% range because you're probably going to get to a DC fast charger or your destination with hopefully a little bit of a buffer. So leaving 10% at the bottom, that would be an estimated range of 224 miles and 361 kilometers. Now, say after that stop, you then start charging to an 80% level and then going back down to 10% charger hopping. Your 70% range is 174 miles or 280 kilometers. Honestly, a little disappointing, but to be expected. This is the limited trim with the large wheels and tires. So this is worst case scenario for the Ioniq 5. Well, I guess except for the Ioniq 5N or the Ioniq 5 XRT now that we have those. So for the most popular version of the Ioniq 5, this is worst case scenario. The efficiency seems pretty close to my old Ioniq 5. It was probably a little bit more efficient because I had the 19-inch wheels. I'm going to do some more testing apples to apples with an older Ioniq 5. So my friend Steve from Plug and Play EV, he has a 2022 Ioniq 5 limited with the large wheels. So I kind of want to do a just efficiency run with him. We'll just be in a line doing the same speed the whole time and just compare and see if there's any efficiency gains going to the new model year. And what I also intend on doing now that I have this baseline figure is I am going to mount my 19-inch forged alloy Martian wheels, and I'm going to utilize Hankook's Ion Evo AS EV specific tires on those lighter wheels. And we're going to see if the efficiency goes up significantly at similar temperatures. Me personally, I hate the fact that this car comes with 20-inch wheels. I would honestly be happy with 18-inch wheels because smaller wheels mean less weight and more efficient travel. So at this point, I'm probably going to retire these wheels and just park them in my garage. And I'm just assuming that the Martians are going to be more efficient since they're lighter by a good amount. I mean, compared to my SCL 19-inch wheels from my previous Ioniq 5, the difference was, I think, 8 or 9 pounds per wheel, so 40 pounds across the entire car. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that testing. But anyway, let's talk about the total distance traveled at those lower speeds and what the efficiency was. So we traveled 50.4 miles out, or 81.1 kilometers. And then on the way back, 50.1 miles or 80.6 kilometers. Our average speed was just under 54 miles per hour or 86.6 kilometers per hour on the way out. And on the way back, 50.1 miles per hour or 80.6 kilometers per hour. Our efficiency out, 3.5 miles per kilowatt hour or 17.8 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. On the way back, again, with the headwind, 3 miles per kilowatt hour or 20.7 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. Our average efficiency for this entire trip up to Portsmouth, 3.3 miles per kilowatt hour or 18.8 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. Multiplying that by the 81.5 kilowatt hour battery capacity, 100% range of 269 miles or 432 kilometers, 90% range, 242 miles or 390 kilometers, 70% range, 188 miles or 303 kilometers. So you can really see here how speed is affecting your efficiency. It's not by a ton, but it is some. So the difference between 73 miles per hour and 52 miles per hour is 0.2 miles per kilowatt hour or 1.2 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. Just some reference points driving back in sub-freezing temperatures from Colorado with the car. I was seeing on a good day 2.5 miles per kilowatt hour. And then when it was really cold, I mean, I was getting as low as sub 2 miles per kilowatt hour. Some runs were 1.8, 1.9 miles per kilowatt hour. And I was only able to go about 120 miles between charging stops from 80% to around 10%. So winter weather really sucks. Really happy to have these warmer summer temperatures for driving the car again. But anyway, guys, stay tuned to future range and efficiency testing with this car, with comparing it to the older Ioniq 5 as well as a new wheel setup. So if you guys liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. Check out my store at ioniqguy.com for accessories for your Hyundai, Kia, or Genesis EV. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.